the kids and I, we go to Supernova and Pixel Expo and the Comic Cons here in Perth, so I wanted to share that with you today, and also share the experience of what it's like as a neurodiverse person actually attending these things, because you might think, well, I'm autistic, I'm ADHD, and I might not be able to actually attend these things, might be too much. So I thought maybe a perspective from someone who goes to these things and what's there and what's available and the accommodations that they make. Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Michelle, an autistic woman with 3 autistic children. Today I'm sharing our experience about going to Supernova in Perth from the autistic perspective. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I'm building this channel as a safe space for autistic people to share our experiences, learn from each other, and just feel a little less alone out there. Now, if you've ever wanted to go to a big event like a Comic-Con or a Supernova, but you weren't sure whether you could manage it with your sensory stuff or social fatigue, this video is for you. I'll walk you through how we prepare, what the day looks like, and how my kids and I navigate the chaos. And let's be real, these events are a lot. So first off, it's always great to prepare. I always take a little fold-up fan because I get hot so easily, and I've learned not to overdress even when it's cold outside. I will never take a jacket to one of these things. We pack water and snacks so we're not relying on the food stalls, which almost always have long lines. And spoiler alert, the one we went to yesterday, it did. This year my son and I went as usual, but for the first time my other 2 kids came along as well. My daughter gave it a really good try, which was a big deal for her. She's more comfortable with smaller events like Tokyo Alley, which is probably, I don't know, it is quite a bit smaller than Supernova. And she loves Tokyo Alley because it's calmer and it's easier to manage. So she gave Supernova a real go, but it was just a bit too overwhelming for her. And you know what? That's totally okay. She stepped outside, had a drink, chilled for a bit, but in the end she had to go home. She still had a great time hanging out earlier, and she was excited to go to the smaller cosplay events with her friends instead. You know, not everything has to be big and loud to be fun. Now, the event itself, there's so much to see. There's cosplay, there's incredible artwork, panels, merch. It's just all really cool, but it is very crowded, especially if you arrive early. You'll see in this photo the amount of people just waiting to get in. This was around 10 a.m. We got there around 12, and it was still really packed. You're kind of pushing through a sea of people. It's loud, it's bright, and there's constant noise, so you really need to prepare for that. We queued for nearly 2 hours to get an autograph from Bryce Papenbrook. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name, but it was totally worth it. And wow, you really need to bring some patience. And same for the food. I would definitely recommend bringing your own. And look, I'm going to be real with you. I get sensory overload at these events as well, because there's just so much going on. It is a lot to take in. But when that happens, I find a quiet space to gather my thoughts and reset. Supernova now has a quiet room available, which is amazing. And you can just ask a volunteer and they'll help you find it. But even just stepping outside, getting a drink, and letting your nervous system calm down can make a really big difference. And something I've learned over time, I always need the next day to rest. I never plan anything big the next day after an event like this because it takes a lot out of me, and I've learned to honor that instead of pushing through. And if you do need recovery time, that's totally valid, and it doesn't mean you didn't enjoy yourself. It just means that you're looking after yourself. Something that I really appreciate is that Supernova and other big events like this are becoming so much more inclusive. They accept carer cards and service animals are welcome. We actually saw a beautiful guide dog while we were there yesterday, and she was there with her owner. The Perth Convention Exhibition Centre is also fully wheelchair accessible. There are compliant ramps that access ways from nearby public transport and accessible toilets with emergency call buttons all throughout the venue. Later on in the day, around 3:30, we noticed it got a lot less busy. And that's something you should keep in mind. If you don't cope well with heavy crowds, maybe you should go in the afternoon instead of at the opening time. Because as you saw at opening time, it is pretty crazy and there are so many people waiting to get in. What I love most is just seeing people be themselves, whether it's dressing up, stimming freely, or chatting about fandoms. It feels like a really safe and accepting environment. Everyone's just so excited to be there, enjoying the things that they love. And the good thing is, once you get your wristband, you can come and go as you need to. So if it gets too much, you can step outside, reset, and head back in when you're ready. Or not. It's totally fine to call it a day if you're done. So yeah, bring what you need. Water, food, stim toys, whatever helps you feel grounded. Take breaks, listen to your body, and don't be hard on yourself if big events just aren't your thing. It doesn't mean you're missing out. There are so many ways to enjoy your interests in ways that do suit you.
Hey, Editing Michelle here. I love a really good graphic tee, but I had to give a special shout out to these two. And honestly, this one, I mean, don't we all know someone that needs this cure?
I hope seeing a bit of our day gave you a sense of what to expect and maybe some reassurance that with the right prep, it can be doable, even enjoyable. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to an event like this or if you're thinking of going but not sure how you'd be able to handle it. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.